So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Maria Grega, and I'm working as a trade officer within the Economic Mission of Israel to Romania. We are happy to facilitate this connection between the Romanian aquaculture sector and the Israeli aquaculture sector, and we hope it will be a fruitful activity. Just wanted to mention that from the Israeli side, we have Karen and Ronnie from the Aquaculture department from Israel Innovation Institute. And we have the representatives of two universities, Israeli universities, and two companies. The third company couldn't make it, so we will share a pre-recorded presentation at the end. From the Romanian side, we have the Institute for Research and Development in Aquatic Ecology, Fishing, and Aquaculture, Galati. So we can see that there are quite a lot of representatives from their side. And we will start with the welcoming remarks of the head of the Economic Mission, Ms. Avigail Shtamler-Paz.
So my name is Avigail. I'm the head of the Economic Mission of Israel to Romania. We are part of the Israeli Embassy, and we represent the Israeli Ministry of Economy. And our goal here in Romania is to promote Israeli companies in Romania and promote mutual collaboration between the countries, technological, commercial. And so we are happy to make this webinar in the aquaculture, for the aquacultural sector of two countries. So thank you so much. First of all, the Research Institute of Galati, which is part of the University of Galati. Galati University is a great partner of our Economic Mission and Israel in general, and also the municipality of Galati. It's for the Israelis, it's a city on the Black Sea in Romania. And of course, thank you so much, our partners, Ronnie and Karen from the Israeli Innovation Institute. We appreciate your assistance in organizing this webinar. And so thank you everyone for participating, for your time, and I hope it will be a great webinar and start of fruitful collaboration. Thank you. Mulțumesc.
Thank you, Abigail. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Roni Susman, Director at Aquaculture Israel Innovation Institute, and Ms. Karen Almosnino, Community Manager, to give us a brief overview of the Israeli aquaculture innovation ecosystem.
So thank you, everybody, and it's a great pleasure to be here today. I'll represent a short brief of the Israeli aquaculture community and ecosystem. Aquaculture is the Israeli biotechnology and aquaculture community. It's a joint venture, a non-profit of Israel Innovation Institute, together with the Ministry of Economy and Industry, the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, and Israel Innovation Authority. And we last had another governmental office joining us, the Negev Galil office. And it's a platform to boost biotechnology and aquaculture, both locally and globally, and connect all the stakeholders, if it's academy, industry, entrepreneurs, investors, and so on, to create an innovative ecosystem that benefits from networking, knowledge sharing, and dealing with challenges as one. So the community is connecting all the stakeholders that I mentioned, and we do that by creating joint events. In Israel, we have physical events, and all over the world, we have webinars together with the trade missions, global trade missions officers. And these events are, their aim is to create cooperations. So the main missions of the community is to map the Israeli ecosystem, to connect the stakeholders, map the global challenges, promote the members globally, and create economic growth that lead to food security. This is just an example for the events we had in the past 3 years, the main events. You can see them at our website, and if it's webinars, you can also watch them, the websites that we conducted. The Israeli ecosystem is built out of about 200 companies. We have in Israel 25 research academy and research institutes, 32 farmers, about 11 companies creating novel alternatives. And when we are saying novel alternatives, we mean, I lost the word, so never mind. Shrimp and others, 11 companies, 3 coral companies, and second, my screen is gone. 42 companies that develop technologies for aquaculture and 30 algae companies. In Eilat, we established Innovation, the Biotechnology and Aquaculture Innovation Hub, and you can reach them for any cooperation. Their aim is to establish new startup company in the Eilat region and to promote the human resources that is needed for those companies in Eilat and in Israel in general. And thank you very much, and we'll be happy to any cooperation.
Next, I would like to invite the representative of the Institute for Research and Development in Aquatic Ecology, Fishing and Aquaculture, Galati, to give us a brief presentation of the Institute and maybe some information about their activities, financing that is available here in Romania. I would like to know who from their side will speak to present.
Our institute was established in 1981 and is currently part of the research network at Georgia University's Academy of Agriculture and Forest Sciences. This institute continues the research and development activities of the former Institute of Fish Research, which operated from 1947 to 1976. As activities of our institute, we can mention the fundamental and applied research, production of juvenile of carp, Asian, cyprinid, sturgeon, European fish, crayfish, technical assistance in the field of aquaculture and fisheries, studies for environmental licenses, environmental assessment, production of brine, feed. As competence, we have competence in fish farming, artificial propagation, incubation, post-embryonic development, breeding, and culture technologies. For sturgeon, common carp, mother Chinese carp, pike, European catfish, crayfish. Also, we have competence in fish nutrition, aquatic ecology, hydrochemistry, water quality, fish pathology, aquatic life resources, aquaculture, genetics, breeding, and fish improvement, acquisition of new species, fish jars. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Vă auzim.
Thank you very much. Experimental laboratory, we have 2 farms. Experimental laboratory, Fungal Fisheries Research, Berta, for the quality Fungal Fisheries Research. The Patriche facility is a farm from the up corner in the left part of the image, the photo, and for fish genetic resources at Ecology farm in the right part of the image. We have 3 laboratories. Research for living aquatic resources from natural and artificial habitats laboratory, with a qualitative for the evaluation of aquatic resources in natural and artificial habitats, for artificial spawning and breeding of valuable fish species, and fishing techniques and multidisciplinary research laboratory in aquaculture, with the qualitative of aquaculture technology, pathology and physiology of aquatic organisms, for genetics, breeding, and fishing improvement, and for processing, quality, and safety of aquaculture and fishery products. The third one, Laboratory of Research in Ecology and Laboratory of Research in Ecology and Environmental Protection, quality for algal culture, hydrobiology, aquatic ecosystem chemistry, aquatic microbiology, advisor and control center for improving and monitoring environmental parameters. Quality control and food safety for aquaculture and fishing products and for processed fish products. We made the analysis for aquaculture and fishing products to ensure for quality and safety, and preparing documentation in compliance with quality and safety standards for aquaculture and fishing products. Engineering system in aquaculture, for incubation system for fertilized eggs, fish rearing in intensive technological system, rearing sturgeons in recirculated aquaculture system. Collaboration with national research centers. The efficient use of logistic among partners research units has led to a significant degree of shared infrastructure among various research organizations involved in both ongoing and completed progress. Considering the similarity of our activities with the Research Development Station for Fish Farming in Bobita, the degree of common use of infrastructure is remarkable, being also reflected by the multitude of research topics realized. Additionally, there is a strong collaboration with University de Jos, University of Galati, especially with the Faculty of Food Science and Engineering. Together, we are conducting joint experimental activities in aquaculture. In recent years, we have engaged in collaborative experimental activities with an organization as the National Institute of Research and Development for Machine Installation in Agriculture and Food Industry from Bucharest, focusing in mechanization, automation, technological process in aquaculture, and the National Institute of Marine Research and Development, Grigore Antipa from Constanța, which is involved in research activities related to marine aquaculture. Our institute has a great capacity to develop national and international collaboration to benefit and utilize in common research infrastructure. For this purpose, IGAPA has established more than 30 international collaboration agreements or protocols with the following research and higher education entities and economic agencies. Members of the Scientific Committee of a specialized international organization, General Fishing Commission for the Mediterranean of the Food and Agricultural Planification FAO, Strategic Working Group on Fishery and Aquaculture of the Standing Committee on Agricultural Research, Global High-Level Staff Working Group on Agriculture and Food Security, Central Eastern European Initiative for Knowledge-Based Agriculture, Aquaculture, and Forestry and Bioeconomy. Members of the editorial board of a national and international journal. Guest editor for special issue, a recent advantage in aquaculture production technology and services for fish. Guest editor for special issue sustainability. The special issue belongs to the section Sustainable Oceans, Marine Fisheries Management, Ecology, Sustainability. Dietary Supplementation Aquaculture Fishery Journal, Sustainable Fish Management and Ecological Practices Sustainability Journal. Our institute also is the unique Romanian institute in the field of aquaculture, fisheries and fish processing, and other aquatic resources, achieving the European and national strategic objectives. So, IGAPA Galati is a research unit approached by economic agents for the resource services provided on analyzing the viability of seeds covered by fish farms, establishing the minimum annual payments for the seeds covered by fish farms, evaluating productive investment in the fish farms, evaluating the mortality of fish registered in fish farms, evaluating the exploitable quantities of aquatic resources. Research objectives, perspectives are 3. General objectives, sustainable management of living aquatic resources, as improvement, protection, and conservation of genetic resources in aquaculture, and evaluating, protecting, and restoring biodiversity of living aquatic resources. General objective, development and diversification of aquaculture system and technologies, elaboration and implementation of competitive and efficient systems and technologies adapted to the current socio-economic context with a low negative impact on the environment and its commons. General objective, the last one, ensuring the human health, supporting studies and research to ensure the welfare and health of aquatic organisms, food safety and security. Participation in Copernicus, production of caviar roe of populated oil seed from sturgeon, Brancusi integrated activities program, comparative study of reproduction physiology for 2 sturgeon species, such as and stellatus, and with the Republic of Moldavia in international collaboration, improvement, acclimatization, and elaboration of breeding and reproduction technology for valuable fish species, fish resources protection and fish reglementation in fruit fever, and Stânga-Costești Lake. It's somewhere in the northern part of Romania, near the border with Moldavian Republic. Project implemented in the last 3 years. Project modernization of the pilot resource station and the development of system for artificial production and post-embryonic rearing of economically valuable fish species. Increasing the potential of aquaculture facilities to utilize resources, research and development pilot station for algae cultivation. Current funding opportunities. Aquaculture and fishery program from 2021 to 2027, specific programs for European Maritime Fisheries and Aquaculture Fund. We have 3 priorities. Promoting sustainable fisheries and restoration conservation of aquatic biological resources, 55.8 million euros. Promotion of sustainable aquaculture activities, the processing and marketing of fishery and aquaculture products, 108.4 million euros. Facilitated the development of a sustainable blue economy in coastal, insular, continental areas, and favoring development of fish and aquaculture communities, 53.9 million euros. Call for proposals for Action 1, investment in aquaculture. Galati Association for Sustainable Development, Fruit Dunăre, to give us near. Flag Galati is a public-private partnership that brings together public authorities, the private sector, and civil society organization. Also, it's a local action group, a local development support structure built on the leader bottom-up approach. Flag Galati is involved at European level as member in the FARNet. And since it's set up in 2011, it's involved on increasing the awareness of population on the necessity of sustainable development of the area and increasing access to information and education, increasing the interest of public and private sector to the new opportunities within local development strategy. The current proposal is focused on Flag Galati, ongoing committed to enhancing and utilizing environmental assets for climate change mitigation. It aims to promote and elevate the socio-cultural value of communities by improving social well-being, preserving cultural and natural heritage, and encouraging the active involvement of local stakeholders in community development. Future laboratory research modules, aquaponics system, 400,000 euro. Processing of aquaculture and fishery products, 400,000 euro. Modernization of the technological process for artificial production. Modernization and diversification of activities through investment and pumping group, high-performance aerators, dwindling extruder for testing different feed ingredients. Releasing sturgeon fry fingerlings into the Danube River. So we have some photos from the September for 11 September. Oh, from 11 September, miles 23 on the Danube River. and from 30 August, from this Patriche, when we released a lot of larger finger lengths and day noob promotion activities in 2024. European Researchers Night. We have photos with these activities and trade fairs. Workshops, seminars, symposia, conferences. The publication Fisheries and Aquaculture launched 18 December 2024, appears twice a year, published under the heading of Georgian Specialized Academy of Agriculture and Forest Sciences. Social media, Facebook, YouTube, and the last one is the contact data for our institutes. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to start with the presentation of the Israeli universities and companies. First, we will start with TECHNION University, Dr. Semion Polinov.
So my name is Semion Polinov. I'm representing the Coastal and Marine Research Institute, CAMERI. We are located in TECHNION, Haifa. And we are providing for most of the time the research services for the Israeli Port Authority. It includes the Haifa, Ashdod, and Eilat ports. And I will show you the types of our activities and the research that I'm specifically doing in the institute. We are building 3D models of the ships, as you can see, for different research needs. So the coastal engineers, we are also working on the shipping designs. It's not my part, but there are the engineers and the architects that are doing it. We're measuring sea surface parameters using the buoys. As you can see, here's 2 buoys we are measuring since the last 30 years in Haifa, in Ashdod, and in the last 2 years we are measuring the waves in Eilat also. It's long-term data that we can use for different needs like climate change and the infrastructure construction in order to understand the wave regime. We have a wave plume with 2-directional. As you can see, it's like it's in the 50 meters. In the up right image, you can see the tests of some of the wave energy construction that we are testing. This is an example. We have 3D wave model basin in which we can create also waves in the testing different parameters. Here you can see our research institute staff on the background of physical modeling model of Haifa Bay, of Haifa Port, with the queues and the breakwaters in which we done a few research and projects. And here I will start with my research scopes. I'm doing mostly GIS and remote sensing research projects. And here is one of the projects that we done for Israel Port Authority. The idea was to develop drone-based visual algorithms that know to fly over high port huge areas and cover any zones in order to map oil pollution. So here we can see the implementation of one of the algorithms that's looking for the anomaly, pollution, or something that not looks normal on the sea surface. So this is basically the first preliminary idea to fly and to find something on the sea surface. Now you can see that's drone coming to the pollution area, stopping and start to run the second algorithm. The idea is to fly between the polluted area and the clean area because we want to understand the size of the spill in order to understand what we are going to do to clean it, trying to allocate the source also. As you can see, the size of the spill in comparison with the ships, the size of the ship, it's about 2,300 meters, so you can estimate the size of the spill and why we need to use autonomous vehicles in the air, on the sea surface, and below the water to better and must faster understand what is going on in the sea. How we done it? The first step, we worked in the basin. This is the 3D mosaic that we produced using the drone measurements of the basin. This is the size. It's 25 on 50 meters. It's huge wave basin where we can do a lot of projects. And this is how we done it. As you can see, we take ships, we create bottles with the black material that looks like pollution. On the left side, the images, you can see the pollution that's derived from the stable source. So we create a lot of scenarios for our algorithms in order to learn and teach the algorithm in the good enough training set because the marine environment is unpredictable in the lights, waves, everything is include a lot of noise for the algorithms. So we need a lot of training set. And here you can see the implementation, how the drones algorithms working. The idea is fly and find something on the sea surface and the end providing the polygon. If you have the polygon, we have the area of the pollution. If they have the area of the pollution, we can also estimate probably the volume of the pollution. Now I'm working on the next stage of such project. We work a collaboration of 3 universities. Haifa, TECHNION, we are representing Israel, Limassol, and Athens. The idea is to develop a geospatial model for the ports and basically for the new coastal areas in order to take data about what's going on in real time in the marine environment, in the providing suggestions for the autonomous vehicles like drones to monitor specific areas. Another research project that I'm doing is we taking larvals that we are using as natural indicators for the pollutions. We are going to do it in 2 steps. First steps, we take in the larvals and learning about the behavior, spatial behavior, is a relation to the different type of pollutions. And the next step, we are going to use them and to install such stations in the sea, because we can bring and buy highly cost instruments, but we preferring to try to see if we can use the natural indicators like larvals as indicators for the pollution. This is another type. This is the structure. The idea is we are anchoring something on the sea ground. Here will be space for the larvals, and it will be connected in real time to the computers. And hopefully we will get real-time alarms about the pollution events using the larval tracking analysis. Another type of research that I'm doing and believing in it, it's using of the satellites and the cloud-based platforms such as Google Earth Engine and satellites like Sentinels, Landsat, MODIS. Here I created a platform that analyzing the turbidity of the seawater and in the Israel marine protected areas. Here you can see the polygons of the marine protected areas, and here you can see the values of the turbidity of this marine pollution, marine protected areas. Here's the example of the graph that this is the output of this satellites data analysis. So here you can see that's, for example, in specific of one of the MPAs, Most of the time, this marine MPA water highly turbid, and just in a few days in the year, this MPA is the sea surface is with the clean water. Here we can create a lot of another data, for example, for the algae, for the another types, for example, the pollution, for the sea surface temperature and others data. It's now today, whereas data is highly accessible and with a lot of ChatGPTs and others, we can create a lot of codes and a lot of platforms to monitor sea surface environment in a very fast way. And here's our internet site if someone want to see. To expand your knowledge about our activities, and you can communicate, contact me if you want. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite to the floor Dr. Berta Sivan from Hebrew University.
Merci. Bună dimineața, eu am să vorbesc în engleză, dar înainte vreau să te povestesc că părinții mei s-au născut în România. Tatăl meu s-a născut în București și mama mea s-a născut în Galați. Să nu crezut. Și eu vorbesc puțin românește cu accent teribil și vreau să mulțumesc organizatorului pentru oportunitatea să vorbesc aici și acum am să vorbesc engleză. So I'm from the Hebrew University, and actually I work on many fish species, among them the sturgeon and the carp, and I'm working on endocrinology, mainly on reproduction and metabolism. And I'm sure you know about it, but the fish life cycle starts from fertilized eggs, then there is a larva rearing, fingerlings. It goes through puberty, like sturgeon, as you know, goes through puberty at a very advanced age, the gonadal development, egg and sperm maturation and ovulation. You can see that all the parts that are marked by the red signs, red arrows, belong to reproduction, which is the main part of the life cycle of the fish. So what we did in one of the things that we did in my lab is to study the axis that is leading to reproduction, actually to spawning induction in several species of fish. You can see here the sturgeon, you can see the carp and many others. And we established two agents. One is based on hormones that are secreted from the brain, and one is based on hormones that are secreted from the pituitary. And when you inject these agents to the fish, between 10 to 12 hours later, they will spawn. You can see here a female and a male. Next, we have a large project in Uganda, actually in Africa, where in the 60s, a predatory fish, which is the Nile perch, was stocked into Lake Victoria. The idea was to improve the fisheries, but unfortunately, it causes the extinction of many fish species. And you can see here two things that happen in parallel. One, the Nile perch is the main import of Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda, which surround Lake Victoria. But in parallel, the Nile perch is a predator fish, and everybody can know that he needs to eat something. So he ate most of the other fish in the lake, and you can see a huge decrease for example, for the African carp, which is very important for the local population. So what we did, we collected ripe brood fish from the river effluents. We located some farmers that will culture the project fish by using on-farm breeding technologies. And at the end, the project, we located small villages that stocked the fish fry, something like boutique ponds. Another project is about the sturgeon. Sturgeon are not endemic to Israel, but we brought the Russian sturgeon, the golden shtati, And we studied all the stages of the ovarian development in the sturgeon, from the previtologenic oocytes to the white egg, yellow egg, a gray egg, and ended with the black eggs, which is the caviar. My lab is entitled a lot of hormones that are connected to the pituitary. So we studied very well the FSH and the LH. These are the gonadotropins, which are secreted from the pituitary of the sturgeon. And we know to measure them by ELISA. We have them recombinant. We can inject them and enhance the spawning of the fish. Another fish species that we worked is the Nile perch. Back to Lake Victoria, the biomass of the Nile perch in Lake Victoria declined very dramatically, even more since 2009. And we have a large project, we used to have a large project, how to domesticate the Nile perch. We work a lot on hormones that are related to puberty in fish. As you know, the sturgeon mature females at around the age of 8 years and males around 4 years. Tuna, they mature also around 8 years. The mullet, which is an important species in Israel, mature at 3 years. And we want to study how to monitor and how to change the age of puberty in fish. One of the ideas or one of the directions is the neuropeptides that are secreted from the fish brain. And I will give you one example. We found a novel neuropeptide that is secreted by the brain of the fish and which is connected to both reproduction and growth. You can see here, for example, in tilapia, when tilapia, this is the body weight in the y-axis, and you can see that they grow. At the first stage that they start to spawn or to reproduce, they stop the somatic growth and they continue until the end of the spawning season, and then they continue to grow and again at the year 3 and the year 3, etc. And we invented a peptide which is based on this specific neuropeptide. And what we do actually is we don't let the fish to enter the spawning period, so they continue to grow faster and faster. And you can see here that fish that are injected with the Aquinovo material grow faster than the control fish. Mulțumesc tare mult pentru ascultat. Merci.
Next, I would like to invite Madan Technologies, Mr. Asaf Rieff.
Okay, at Madan Technology, we help farmers to do the job so they can keep eye on the harvest and on the fish, and we help them to aerate and also to provide food. So we have the 2 products in general. We have on the left side, we have the aerators, which in case of intensive productions of fish, oxygen is needed, and these kind of tools help them to provide the oxygen to the fish. And in the right side, we have the automatic feeders that can be controlled remotely and can be programmed remotely. These tools are specifically for in-store ponds, which helps not to pollute the sea in general, or if there are regions which are far from the sea, but they have rivers, like in Romania, this may help them a lot. In general, we have many years, more than 20 years in the market, developing aerators, and we are coming to a phase which is the most sold and the most efficient aerator in the market. We have a special engine which is kept cool by itself using the water which is moving, And also we have a full stainless steel shaft, the axis, which doesn't bend and doesn't break. You can see in other cases, in other products where the shafts are being just consumed by friction. Also, we have the paddle wheel. They are very robust. They're carbon and plastic reinforced, and also specific parts of the paddle can be changed, such as this part, without the need of changing all the wheel. For example, you can see in farms this kind of cemetery of machines, and we help them also to protect the environment because there's nothing they can do with that. Also, we have a reducer with the mechanical seal, which provides security that you don't have any oil leaking. And in general, this is a very, very robust product that may help medium, small, and big aquaculturers. And we have in the area of the feeders, we have two models. We have the first one, which is floating and is standalone, in the meaning that is far from shore. And we have the second one. We have the second one, which is the container is in the shore, and we have an engine that pushes to this machine who spreads the food in the water. We have different components such as gateway, mobile app. Everything can help to control all the machines. In general, these products they have a solar panel which help them to be almost no need for electricity. There's a battery inside, and they also have an antenna that allows the machines to connect to each other. And in case that one, let's say this one, the last can arrange the antenna, it communicates with another one, which helps to provide this information to the main platform. So we use a mesh structure of communication using LoRa protocol of communication. It's like a radio, and it's very, very can achieve a long distance areas. So this is excellent for aquaculture. And also you can use GPS for administrating each of the units from a laptop or a mobile, and this can be used remotely, so you don't have to install high antennas and Wi-Fi and so on. Okay, and you can control everything from those machines, from the feeding doses through controlling all the status of how much food is in the machine, or what is the battery and consuming, and so on. And you have different parameters that I can provide after that, oxygen, temperature, and by programming the feeders, if there's not good temperature and or oxygen ratio, so you can skip the feeding, since the fish are not going to eat if you don't have these conditions. So thank you very much for your attention, and I'll be glad to answer questions later, or if you want to write me, you have my details over there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation. The representative of the next company, Watershed, could not make it today, so we will jump to the next company, Nobify. We have Mr. Ofir Tessler with us. You have the floor.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to be in here. My name is Ofir Tessler. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Nobify, and Nobify is an early stage startup. If I had only 3 sentences to describe what we are doing. So I would say that we deter birds very efficiently from fish ponds and shrimp ponds. How we do this? We combine AI and computer vision software with whipping air hoses hardware that relies on compressed air that is being injected to the specific part where the detection is in real time. And by that, we are boosting our customer yields by 30% and more. I guess you are familiar with the problem as much as I am, and this called a chaos in the eyes of the farmer. And we developed our solution, which I'll introduce in 2 minutes from now. I will just say that our last customer took his fish loss rate from 45% without our solution to 9% after 1 year and to 0% after 2 seasons with the bass fish in the Emek HaMa'ayanot Springs Valley location, and these are really great results. So Nobify was established in January 2024. We are backed by the Israel Innovation Authority, and we made a lot of experiments with the Israeli Agriculture Ministry and Food Security. And we are really running fast, delivering our products during last September. And by now we are working with leading fish farms in Israel, in the north of Israel, and as well with Mekorot. Mekorot is the national water company of Israel, and we also protecting some reservoirs with our technology. What did we do? We combined our cutting-edge software computer vision technology, which you can see in this kind of movie, fully autonomous detection using computer vision, together with a really unique and designed to cost hardware. This hardware that was designed by us is designed for a very simple installation, like plug and play, together with a very low maintenance. We use our computer equipment and our compressor equipment in this hardware. And by combining the software and the hardware together, we created a fully autonomous system and a fully autonomous process from detection to bird repellent. I am showing a short movie. You can see a fully autonomous inland fish pond. This is a fish pond in Me'oz Chaim. It's in the middle of Emek HaMa'ayanot region. And this brave duck that came to this pond while his brothers and friends are going to different ponds cannot adapt to the solution because this is a fully autonomous one and with no any possibility to adapt to the technology. We, of course, are using our data in order to provide alerts and reports to our customers. You can see the UI that the farmer can see. You can see all of the detections, the deterrence activities, the cameras, etc. And in the right lower side of the slide, you can see the difference in the red line between the left part, a protected pond by Nobify with only few birds during a week in the middle of the migration season in Israel. And the nearby pond in the right side is 50 meters from the first pond without any protected technology. So you can see that the difference is between 10 to 20 times less birds in the Nobify protected ponds. We understand, of course, that there are several solutions to the bird-related risks in the inland aquaculture. Of course, the sufficient one is the nets, and we are tackling this kind of solution. And when I'm looking at Nobify's solution, I can say with great confidence that birds cannot adapt to Nobify solution. We are tackling the size limitation that nets are suffering from, because nets are have limitations by size to approximately 1 hectare. And we are doing these days dealing with ponds 2 hectares, 3 hectares, and even larger. And our solution is fully convenient to the farmer with no need to make any kind of operation, just make your day-to-day routine. You do not need to open the net, close the net, fix the net, nothing at all. And of course, we are not dealing with any kind of harmful or of course with any non-lethal method, because this is our method, non-lethal one, and we are not trapping birds underneath the nets or etc. So this is our solution, an innovative one using AI and computer vision, and very easy and convenient. And you can see that our customers are located today in Israel, in the middle of the migration corridor, worldwide migration corridor between Europe, Asia, and Africa. This corridor, there are hundreds of millions of birds flying to the south and back to the north every year. And the results are really fantastic. We took a survey, actually 2 surveys, but this is one of them, in one of our customers' sites. And we see that there are between 15 to 20 times less birds, only few in our ponds, though the season was in the middle of the migration season in Israel, with 0 cormorants, really 0 cormorants, and approximately 0 coots that making bird-related damages to the food and eating the food, of course, the floating food of the fish. This is our team, a very diversible team, technology, business, operations, science, sustainability, and of course, birds ecologist with a lot of experience. And I will just say that we are willing to collaborate with any Romanian partners that will want to test our technology, and because we understand that it is really fitted to the Middle East and Europe, mainly to the inland aquaculture. So thank you very much, and if there are any questions, I will be glad to answer.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tessler. As I said in the beginning, Aquagenesis could not make it today, but they sent us a pre-recorded presentation, which I will share with you right now.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me today for this short session. I'm really sorry for not being able to participate in this webinar. Today, I will introduce our company, Aquagenesis, and our cutting-edge aquaculture technologies, and the exciting opportunities that we're seeing in Europe, and especially in Romania, develop the aquaculture industry and introduce our technologies. Please let me introduce my presentation. Aquagenesis was founded in 2024 with the vision of transforming aquaculture into a sustainable, high-efficiency industry. We're based in Singapore, but our reach and ambition are global. We specialize in recirculating aquaculture systems, which are known as RAS, which are fully land-based, closed-loop systems that allow fish and shrimps to be found in a controlled, biosecure environment using minimal water and energy. Our focus is on 2 main market opportunities: for cold and freshwater trout production and warm and saline water shrimp farming. Both of these are ideal for meeting the rising demand for high-quality, locally produced seafood in Europe. This is the team behind the Aquagenesis, so our core team. Our team brings decades of hands-on experience and leadership in aquaculture. I myself have over 10 years of experience in aquaculture and water systems engineering. I've led projects across Europe, Asia, and the other countries, focusing on wrasse and different range of fish species. Our CTO, Fischer, is a pioneer of wrasse systems with over 40 years of experience, including introducing the first Israeli wrasse system 25 years ago. We also have Prof, our strategic advisor, the co-founder of Aquatic, which is one of the world's leading wrasse technology companies, and has worked in large aquaculture projects globally for more than 30 years. Together, we bring the knowledge and drive to deliver world-class aquaculture solutions. So, what is exactly wrasse? wrasse stands for Aquaculture for Circulating Aquaculture Systems. It's a land-based fish farming technology where water is continuously recycled through filtration and treatment systems, allowing for minimal water use and precise control of the growing environment. Unlike the traditional fish farms, which depends on lakes, rivers, or the sea, wrasse can be built anywhere, even close to major urban markets, and it provides full biosecurity, meaning no antibiotics, no chemicals, and zero risk of polluting natural ecosystems. For Europe, and particularly Romania, wrasse presents major opportunity. First, it protects the environment. There is no risk of contaminating rivers and lakes, and because it uses minimal water and energy, the carbon footprint is much lower. Second, it improves food security. Instead of relying on imports, wrasse allows for the local production of sustainable seafood, reducing transport costs and ensuring better quality. Third, it makes economic sense. There is growing demand for premium, sustainable fish and shrimp in Europe. Wrasse systems can meet this demand reliably, creating jobs and supporting local economies. Our technology, which you can see, by the way, here in the screen, you can see an illustration of a trout facility of 1,200 tons we're building now in Indonesia. And our technology is integrating the Israeli water treatment expertise. It develops for resource-limited environments like Israel, where there is no water, the labor is extremely expensive, the regulations are really harsh. Together with advanced Danish wrasse engineering, which, you know, Denmark is one of the leading countries in aquaculture technologies and have many years of experience developing these technologies. The main advantages of our system is first, it's energy efficient. It's using gravity-based hydraulics and low-head pumps. It's cost-effective, meaning it's have low capex, capital cost, and not less important, very low OPEX compared to traditional wrasse providers. Another big advantage of the systems we are offering is that it's scalable and modular, and it can easily adaptable to different species and production sizes, meaning that you can produce in system to begin in a quite low capacity. And then after you're getting trained in the system or you balance your cash flow, you can scale it up. So we're mainly focused on simplicity and reliability of our systems, avoiding over-complex systems that can drive up operating costs, as I mentioned. Now, you have two main options. The first is a proven and highly efficient wrasse for rainbow trout, developed through years of hands-on experience and technical optimization. Our trout wrasse combines advanced Israeli water treatment technologies with practical engineering for optimal system performance. The design ensures high-density production with precise control over pH, oxygen, temperature, and other parameters, while maintaining low water usage and energy costs. Automated and streamlined feeding system minimize operational effort, enabling reliable, consistent growth from egg size up to market size, which can be 3, 4, even 5 kilograms fish. This solution delivers cost-effective, compact, and robust alternative to traditional methods of growing trout, which some of you probably may know from Eastern Europe, from the mountainous areas and cold lakes, together with strong focus on operational simplicity and, of course, productivity. The other offer that you have is actually it's alternative for trout. It's based on warm and saline water, which is a proprietary and patented RAS technology specifically designed for shrimp production. Our system delivers survival rates of over 70%, which is considered to be quite high for sure, with excellent feed conversion ratios, FCRs, for those of you who know this term, and the minimal water discharge of less than 5% of the total water volume. It's engineered for full biosecurity. It operates without the need of antibiotics and ensuring consistent high-quality output. The technology features unique water treatment and recirculation process, along with innovative harvesting system that allows rapid and low-stress shrimp collection. And of course, with minimal labor costs, which is very important when it comes to Europe. Additionally, we have innovative components include advanced oxygen enrichment, efficient solid and wet separation, and modular biofiltration, resulting in highly efficient, compact, and cost-effective solution. With the Europe reliance on shrimp imports, local production using our systems offers a significant advantage: fresher shrimp, reduced transport costs, and strong market appeal for traceable premium seafood. Aquagenesis will bring global experience, proven technology, and the commitment to sustainability. I think that one of the important things is that we've learned from challenges faced large RAS operators and design systems to be efficient, reliable, and easy to operate. I don't know whether you know the stories of very big companies or failures like Atlantic Sapphire and many other mega projects in the land of circulating aquaculture systems. We've learned from it, and we've been deeply involved in this industry for more than 2 decades. So whether you're looking to build a new facility or upgrading your existing operations, we can offer a tailored and turnkey solution adapted to your market needs. We're here to support your success from the design and engineering into full operation and training on your facility. Thank you again for the time today. We're excited about the potential of sustainable aquaculture growth in Romania and across Eastern Europe. We would like to discuss how we can support your projects or explore partnerships opportunities. Please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm happy to schedule one-on-one meetings. You can reach me by email, by WhatsApp. You can find me also in LinkedIn. And I look forward to working with you. Thank you again.
Okay, so this was the last presentation. For the Romanian participants, are there any questions, any thoughts? Mr. Neculai, Patriche, maybe you would like to say something?
Yes. First of all, I want to thank you very much for your involvement to have such a webinar, which is very important for Romanian aquaculture specialists and also for my research institute. I'd like to say hello to Berta because I saw that she was involved with sturgeons. Also in Romania, in Galati, we are involved with sturgeon, and maybe we are ready to cooperate in the future for in this domain. Especially, I saw that you have some results with artificial hormones, which is quite a problem to develop the spawning and so on. Also, I want to thank you very much to all people who was giving us the presentation. I was also I'm speaking on behalf of my general director. As my colleagues show you, we have for this year two main projects. Almost both of them is 800,000 euro. But this project is at the level of research pilot, and everybody from companies can be involved in solve this kind of projects. We also have this problem to modernize our research facility for artificial spawning of fish species. And of course, I will, because my colleague present you that Romanian has a main program who is involved is giving money for developing aquaculture in Romania, and also we have a component in this main program which is referring to shrimps. Maybe we can try to develop with Aquagenesis some project, and also maybe we will try to discuss with Nobify, with Mr. Ofir Tessler about the modern system to combat the birds, which is quite a great problem also in Romania. We have a specific in Romania because we didn't have some small ponds. We have 500 hectares, 1,000 hectares, 2,000 hectares, which means huge. And the system maybe can be a little bit arranged, but this it will be a question of discussion, and scientific director of the research institute, I invite you all to contact directly our researchers and to try to develop further activities in our research. Once again, I thank you very much. Thank you, Maria, for your involvement in our activities, and I give the floor. Thank you very much.
Mr. Patriche. Just one request. Can we ask the other members of the institute that are present to introduce themselves?
My name is Magdalena. I'm head of the Laboratory of Research in Ecology and Environmental Protection. Do you want to speak about our competence, or?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just a short presentation. Maybe the next person that is sitting next to you.
Hello, my name is Galati. I am a research assistant of hydrobiology department.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Angelica Dobre. I'm a research assistant in the Living Aquatic Resources Laboratory.
Yes. The next person.
Hello, my name is Sabin Viorica. I am the researcher of the Laboratory of Multidisciplinary Research in Aquaculture.
Hello, my name is Ionica, and I'm assistant research in Laboratory of Multidisciplinary Research in Aquaculture.
Hello, my name is Sărcu Elena. I am a researcher in Laboratory of Multidisciplinary Research in technology, in collective of technology in aquaculture.
My name is Athanasopoulos Liliana. I'm in the multidisciplinary research laboratory in aquaculture.
Hello, my name is Seves Franca, and I'm specialized on environment problems and climate change.
Hello, I'm Marco Ionuț. I'm IT development.
And me, because I'm not there, I'm home today. I'm head of laboratory, Desmira Maria Stroie, head of laboratory of living aquatic resources.
Thank you so much for the introductions. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for participating. If you need to get in touch with the Israeli companies or the Israeli companies want to get in touch with the Romanian Institute, I'm happy to introduce you, to send the contact details to you. And maybe if we can receive the presentation of the Israeli companies, we can send it to the Romanian Institute. So yeah, we would love to facilitate the connection between the two countries.